It has now been 16 years since the first resolution was passed in 2008 to respond to piracy and robbery of humanitarian and commercial vessels in the region. At that time, piracy was considered a major threat to local and global peace and security. Since then, and especially since 2013, the number of attacks and hijackings has decreased. However, recent incidents have raised concerns about the long-term sustainability of anti-piracy measures and whether actions taken on land are sufficient to increase the resilience of Somali society and prevent a resurgence of piracy. In the latest attack on October 16th, 4 men attempted to board the bulk carrier MV KSL Sydney about 340 nautical miles 630 kilometers off the coast of Mogadishu, opening fire on the vessel. The pirates called off the attack after private security guards on board returned fire. The European Union Navy, as part of Operation Atalanta, tracked and destroyed a whaling ship believed to belong to the attackers. This is the second reported piracy attack off the coast of Somalia this year, down sharply from the 160 piracy incidents reported at the height of the problem in 2011. The attack's failure shows that current counter-shipping piracy tactics, dictated by the latest best management practices, remain effective in preventing pirates from boarding and capturing ships. The goal of these best practices is to address vulnerabilities that are frequently exploited by pirates, thereby significantly increasing the risk to pirates. Recent reports of piracy and armed robbery off the coast of Somalia attribute the low number of attacks to successful global collaboration and the ongoing work of regional organizations such as the Contact Group on Piracy off the coast of Somalia. The report also cited ongoing law enforcement measures by international navies and extensive military, naval and donor support from the global community. Navies, whether coordinating with the European Union Navy and joint maritime forces or deployed outside them such as South Africa's Operation Copper, help disrupt pirate activities.
Load spread, vi går an med begge gummibåde. Når vi kommer til dem, så er der ro på, hvilket gør, at vi ret hurtigt kan få gummibåden over på siden og få skabt en rolig platform. Anders! Sig til dem, når vi giver dem vandet, skal de forholde sig roligt, der er vand.
Despite short-term successes, efforts by the international community to address the root causes of piracy in Somalia through capacity-building initiatives and donor activities have remained ineffective. An important success in the Somali government's efforts to eradicate piracy, however, is overshadowed by the fact that the root of the piracy problem still needs to be fully addressed. Among these issues are poverty and a lack of employment opportunities in Somalia's coastal communities, as well as insufficient legal, governance, and maritime infrastructure. The activities of pirate groups must be understood in the broader context of the ongoing crisis in Somalia, as this crisis perpetuates the root causes of the emergence and development of these groups. Competition between political factions in Somalia results in unaddressed poverty, undermining sustainable development and the creation of economic alternatives. People are drawn to piracy and other illegal activities by the promise of stable income or even wealth. Somalia is entangled in fruitless internal political struggles, with federal states and groups competing for power and resources in their respective areas of governance. Political stability in Somalia would facilitate the emergence of economic alternatives to illegal activities. According to a recent report from the Center for Military Studies at the University of Copenhagen, several criminal networks responsible for piracy still operate. Although many so-called pirate foot soldiers are incarcerated, the kingpins remain at large. The report suggests that pirate groups are shifting their focus from piracy to more lucrative illegal activities. For these criminal networks, opportunity and income are the determining factors. While navies stationed in the region may increase risks and losses for pirates, they are not actively engaged in prosecuting human trafficking, arms smuggling, and other illicit activities. In the absence of effective criminal justice, these groups continue to profit through other means. A more cohesive regional effort to combat smuggling would help stem the flow of money that sustains these groups. However, the ongoing warlike situation in Yemen provides uncontrolled space for criminal networks to operate and flourish. The conditions necessary for a long-term solution to piracy are still lacking. At the core of the problem lies Somalia's reliance on foreign naval presence and international support for stability and security. Somalia cannot address this issue without foreign assistance. Comprehensive piracy eradication efforts must maintain pressure on pirate groups while addressing the root causes that enable these networks to thrive. Since 2008, Puntland has successfully combated piracy. Once a hub of pirate activity, the state has implemented proactive and effective anti-piracy measures, such as establishing a maritime police force to repel pirate groups and secure coastal areas. This has pushed the network to the nearest autonomous region, Galmudug. Puntland's success story can help shape and define Somalia's approach to combating piracy. However, long-term achievements depend on a stable and unified Somali state. As long as the root causes of pirate groups remain unaddressed, the threat of a resurgence of piracy will persist.
Tu retournes à bord, allez, continue à prendre des photos.
C'est lui.